Stick around because I got a few more tips and tricks for you guys that like to use iMovie on your iPhone 4 right here on my iPhone show. Hello there, Internet. I'm Christopher Chaos, and this is my iPhone show, the show that is created by using my iPhone. And I'm here with another tips and tricks video for those of you that like to use the iMovie application for the iPhone 4. First tip is going to be that intro that you just saw. If you want to create a little bit more of a customized intro or a customized video clip to use in your projects on the iMovie application on your iPhone 4, I'm going to tell you guys how you can do that. Second thing is going to be how to add text to pictures. And then the third thing is a little tip for those of you that like to use the rear-facing camera and want to make sure that you're still staying within the shot. So you're looking to get a little bit more fancy with maybe an intro or video clip to use in iMovie on your iPhone 4. Now, in order to accomplish that, you're going to need to edit on your computer. So if you got some editing software on your computer and you know what you're doing, this will be pretty easy. But if you're kind of new at editing and maybe all you got is Windows Movie Maker on your computer, then it could be a little more complicated. But you're going to need to edit whatever it is you want to do. If you want to add in some more fancy text, you want to add in some maybe transition, or whatever it might be that you can't do on your iPhone 4, then you take it over to your video editor on your computer, edit the little clip that you want to use in your project, and then render it as an MOV file. Now, don't do it as an MP4 file. A lot of people say, or even some of your functions on whatever on your editor might say, MP4 for iPhone. That's only for if you want to use it in the iPod function of your phone and be able to watch music videos or a video that you want to put into there. If you want to be able to use it in iMovie, you need it as an MOV file. Okay, so after you have rendered your video as an MOV file, you're now ready to transfer it over to your iPhone. And that's what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to put that MOV file into a folder that maybe you normally sync up with your iPhone. So you have a folder that's got pictures in it and you sync that with your iPhone, you need to throw that video file into one of those folders. So come over here to my laptop. I've got iTunes pulled up here. And see, for example, here I have a folder that I've called Pics for iPhone that I have some additional pictures that I sync up with my iPhone. And then you need to include videos here. So then once you drop that video file into one of those folders, then you'll be able to sync it up with your iPhone just by hitting apply over there and sync it up and stuff. And then whichever folder you put it into is where that video is going to end up being. But when you go into iMovie, swing back around here to talk to you. But when you go into iMovie and you go to videos to drop in that video clip, it's already going to have it in there because it already kind of searches your camera roll and all that stuff for videos, and so it'll probably be the very top most likely. So after you've taken that rendered video that you did and everything, and you drop it into your iMovie project, at least on mine anyways, it looks very pixelated. But once you go to convert your project into 720 or whatever it is you're going to convert it into, it doesn't at all look the way it looked in the preview. I don't know why it ends up looking like that, but for some reason on mine it looks very pixelated, and then it even in the rendered version though it does seem cropped off though. It doesn't seem to keep that full aspect ratio. Probably if you play around with a lot of settings in your video editor when you're converting it over to MOV file to be able to use it on your iPhone, maybe you can fill the whole screen. I just kind of created my little intro within about half hour or whatever, and I didn't really kind of feel like playing with the settings a lot to try to get it perfect. Okay, so now after watching that, you're probably thinking, well hell, if I have to go through all that trouble, why don't I just edit the whole thing on my computer in the first place? Well, there are certain situations in which you might want to go through some of these steps to be able to put it onto your iPhone 4. Me personally, I like to try to create a lot of my episodes by simply just using my iPhone. And there's certain things that I want to be able to get a little more intricate with, like my intro and stuff. So that applies to me. Maybe you're going on vacation and you want to be able to create some great YouTube videos or Facebook videos, and maybe you have a cool vacation intro you want to be able to add, or maybe you want to do some kind of other little things while you're gone and away, and you're not going to be able to have the luxury of being able to use your computer to be able to use your editor. In that case, you're probably going to be able to use these steps to be able to create that kind of project. This isn't ideal for editing everything. If you have the luxury of using your computer and you don't really care about making it all completely on the iPhone, then use the computer obviously. But like I said, certain situations, this tip will apply to you and help you out. So moving on with the next tip, which is how to add text to pictures. Now, if you've played with iMovie long enough, you obviously know that if you drop a picture into your project and you try double clicking on it like you normally would, or double tapping on it like you normally would with a video to add text, it's not existent. You can't do it. So the trick around how to do it is you open up a new iMovie project and you take that picture and drop it in and only have just that picture in there. And then you render it as a video. Now you can render it as 720 or whatever you want to render it as. When I did it and everything, doing it as 720, it still only took like 5-10 seconds. So it doesn't take very long to render that picture into a video. Once you've rendered that picture into a video, you can now drop that video that you just made into your project and add text on top of that video, basically adding text on top of your picture and stuff. And it works just the same, just like this. Alright, so now finally the last tip for you guys. I like to use the rear-facing camera to be able to, film whatever you're doing, and you want to try to make sure you're staying within the shot. Another tip, besides obviously just trying to center that camera up onto you, is you can use a mirror. So like me, I use this iPhone 4 box, and I prop it up in front of this mirror, and then I can see the screen while I'm sitting here in this chair. So then I can just set it up right there, kick back, and behind the iPhone I can see the mirror and make sure that I'm still staying within the shot. So there you go, there's some tips and tricks to help you out with your projects in iMovie, and maybe one day Apple will come out with an update for iMovie that'll allow you to do that stuff without having to go through the hassle of adding in some extra steps. But until then, I'll keep on trying to find some shortcuts around some of the limitations of iMovie and post them for you guys to help you create that project that you want to create using iMovie on the iPhone 4. I'm Christopher Chaos. Thanks for watching my iPhone show, and I will check you guys out next time. See ya.